Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health issue has been a trend among the young people in today's generation, as what we call Gen Z. Varieties of issues such as stress, anxiety, and life crisis has been haunting the lives of Gen Z community. This awareness builds up through the roof as young generation or Gen Z community spread some awareness of mental health through social media. As a result, this life-changing helps today's community to seek support for mental health care. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Satya Dewi, and today I'm going to bring up a topic about the trends of mental health among Gen Z. Before we dive into the topics of today's speech, what is Generation Z? According to Britannica.com, Generation Z or Gen Z is a term that we use to describe the community that was born during the late of 1990s and early 2000s, specifically from the year of 1997 to 2012. With the year of birth that is also followed by a rapid technological advances, resulting in Gen Z to be more sensitive to things out there that was previously neglected. One of them is the concern for mental health. As we all know, health is the most important thing in our life. Without a healthy body, it is difficult for us to be able to carry out activities properly. But on the other hand, mental health is no less important than physical or body health. According to World Health Organization, a person in the conditions of mental health is able to manage life stressors, reach their full potential, learn and work effectively, and also give back to their community. It is a vital aspect of health and well-being that supports our capacity as individuals and also as a society to make choices, forming bonds with one another, and influence the world we live in. A fundamental human right is mental health. When it comes to mental health condition, it affects all activities in our body. Although physically our body has no complaints at all, but when the thoughts in our head are not running well, then the disorder will spread throughout our body. Therefore, mental health is very important to pay attention to. Now back with the trends of mental health among Gen Z, which is so popular, starting from videos that present insight into the importance of mental health on social media. This increases the sensitivity of Gen Z to be more concerned with their mental state and also more sensitive to the conditions of their surroundings, such as how people around them and the activities they do in impacting their daily life. According to Hello Sehat Jackpot 2022, there are at least 59.1% of Gen Z who feel they have mental health issues. It is possible that the previous generation also felt the same way as what Gen Z felt. However, they didn't know the terms related to mental health such as anxiety, burnout, panic attacks, and etc. In addition, the pandemic of COVID-19 that happened during 2019 to 2022 also affects mental conditions, specifically for teenagers. During this time, people are in the pace of finding more people, trying new things, and also it is the stage of people growing up from teenager to adult. Instead, they were forced to spend time at home. And of course, it affects their mental health condition as well. The tense conditions during the pandemic, the lack of direct interactions, and the more sad news and the uncertainty of everything are prone to triggering various mental health problems in Generation Z. On the other hand, as mentioned, the use of social media helps Gen Z to be more sensitive to mental health insight, but excessive use of social media actually has a negative impact on Gen Z. Starting from feeling insecure or lack of confidence because of the photos or videos seen on social media, and also lack of movement due to long stays staring at the screen, so the mind becomes more chaotic and even physical health is also disturbed. And in addition, Gen Z who will and have reached the age of 20s begins to experience a quarter-life crisis or identity crisis about themselves, which leads to rampant stress. All of this result in the onset of anxiety, stress, and even depression. Ladies and gentlemen, to minimize the increase of mental health problems of Gen Z, several things needs to be done intensively. First, reduce the excessive of use social media. Videos and photos consumed through social media tend to cause negative thoughts such as envy, jealousy, and lagging behind, thus disturbing the mental health of Gen Z. The next can be done by doing meditation. Through regular meditation, at least one time every day help Gen Z to calm their minds from the burden of their life that is carried. If the mind can run calmly, then the body and mental condition can be maintained properly as well. As part of Generation Z, we are also expected to be open with people around us. One of them is family and closest friends to tell about what we go through and what we feel inside. And lastly is exercising. Exercise tends to be ignored by Gen Z because they tend to be on their phones a lot. But by exercising, it helps them to gain their mental health state. So ladies and gentlemen, mental health is the most important things that we need to take care of. And of course, we have to be more sensitive to this issue as well. Because ignoring mental health will have a fatal impact on our development as well. Especially for Generation Z or Gen Z who are in the pace of survival and living life so that it can always be maintained. With the high sensitivity of Gen Z to this issue, it is hoped that the lives of future generation can be better guaranteed for their mental health. Because whereas Gen Z already know a lot about this issue. So I guess that's all for me about the trends of mental health among Gen Z. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.